What's up, everybody? This is Average Planeswalker, and we are here today with a brand new best of 3 brew that I put together. But first, let's take a look at our sponsor, which is Ronin TCG, a card game I am in development. Yep, sponsored by myself. Ronin TCG is a card game that I've been working on, and I have a YouTube up and a YouTube channel for it, and a website if you'd like to check it out at www.ronin-tcg.com. Check it out. There's all the spoilers there. You can see the cards and how the game works, how the game plays. I do have a Discord for the game with testers only in there currently, and we are testing the game on TTS, which is Tabletop Simulator. And if you want to be a tester, hit me up. Let me know in the comments. Go check out that the YouTube channel, Ronin TCG. It's a trading card game based off my own martial arts experience. So yeah, I'd really appreciate it. If you do want to be in the testers, TTS is $20 off of Steam. I don't get any money from that. I don't get any sponsorship from them or anything, but that is where I have the game loaded currently, and that's where we play. So if you're interested, definitely hit me up and let me know. I appreciate it. Ronin TCG. Go check it out. All right, thanks for checking that out. I appreciate it. Be sure to go check it out. Follow it on YouTube and other social media and everything. I was working pretty hard last night on it, and so hopefully pretty soon I'll have it in production, get our first alpha tests out to a local community, and kind of go from there. So alright, let's get back into some Magic here. Best of 3 on Arena. This is Abzan Midrange, and I've been wanting to make an Abzan deck for quite some time. Like a very long time, actually, since the drop of Thalia and Gitrog Monster, and that is the key figure of this deck. It's 1 in Abzan colors. It's a 4/4 legendary creature which has first strike, death touch, and you may play an additional land on each of your turns. So that it can ramp us really hard, really fast. Creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. That is just backbreaking. With as many non-basic lands that everybody is playing, and every single creature entering the battlefield tapped, it's a lot stronger than people give it credit for. Whenever Thalia and the Gitrog Monster attacks, sacrifice a creature or land, then draw a card. So that's a have to. You must. You must sacrifice a land or a creature. So that was kind of the downside of this deck. I had this deck built like months ago, long time ago. And so I was playing it, I was having fun with it, but it got to a point where I couldn't get my lands back. Even with Blooming Tortoise, I couldn't get my lands back quick enough, because Blooming Tortoise doesn't always stay on the battlefield to attack, and then you don't always want to just attack, get one land back, but then you just sacrifice one. It just doesn't play out very well. So Karlov, Merchant Karlov Manor gave us a card called Undergrowth Recon, and I think this is where that card can shine in Standard. I'm sure there's other formats that are just using it, but I'm a main Standard player. For 1 and 2 green enchantment, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So it comes in tapped, that's fine, but we're able to kind of recharge our mana base again, because when we attack with Thalia, we have to discard, or we have to sacrifice a land. But if we do have other creatures, we can sacrifice the creature as well. So that is still an option. But for the most part, you're probably going to be getting real lands. So I think that is the best addition to really help kind of keep the deck performing through longer periods of the game. Now, we also got Treacherous Greed, which I get to draw 3 cards, and then I get to Lightning Helix you in black and white Orzhov colors. Like, okay, that's just so good. So, as an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature that dealt damage this turn. Obviously, the creature has to deal damage and also has to survive, because you can't sacrifice a creature that's about to die with this dealt damage. The only thing I could think of is maybe obviously if you I can't think of it right now, but anyway, the creature has to deal damage, and then you sack that creature, and then you drain and draw 3 cards for 3 mana at instant speed. So it's amazing. And playing 3 Virtue Persistence, we get those creatures back, so that's always a plus still. I'm thinking of trying to figure out what I want to put in here. If I want to put the white virtues in here, that way we have possibly other creatures to sack to instead of a land. That way, if a 2/2 hits, we have no problem sacrificing a 2/2 creature, to Treacherous Greed. That's kind of something that I'm thinking about. but having that in there is just really good. We are also running Trostani 3 Whispers. So she is a 4/4 with 3 key abilities on her. For 1 and a green, target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. You can pay a white or a forest. Target creature gains Vigilance until end of turn. Or you can pay 2 colorless and a white. Target creature gains Double Strike until end of turn. Those are all extremely relevant. Very, very powerful. Being able to give your Thalia, yes, we're running Thalias. Being able to give your Thalia Death Touch is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And then being able to just give all your other creatures, including Shieldred, like Vigilance for 1, that's really, really strong. And the thing is like, you don't have to do these before combat. You can do these during combat, all except for the Vigilance. But when they assign blockers, you can give it Double Strike if you want to just get the first strike in. You can give it Death Touch if you want to make sure that, you know, if Thalia has first strike already, you give her the Death Strike or Death Touch, and then boom, you know, you're good. So, like, the versatility of Trostani in this deck is just really, really good. Otherwise, it's kind of like your Golgari package, you know, Golgari, I should say, Abzan package, where you got Thalias, you got Goat for Throats, Shieldreds, Mosswoods, 2 Glissa, 3 Dragon at the bottom. We are running and rocking Domain with Rafine's Tower and Zetor's Proving Ground. Even though we are an Abzan deck, being able to just have the access to that red right there is very, very strong. And the blue, there it is. I was like, there's something else I'm missing. And the blue with Rafine's Tower. We have plenty of mana to offset that, so it's not that big of a deal. But having this type of board wipe when we need it is really, really beneficial. 2 Shieldred, Tortoise so we could ramp. O'Hare, this thing you should be running it in almost any green deck, honestly. With Trample, 6/5 Trample, being able to play cards from your deck for free is ridiculous. So that's the main deck. Sideboard, we are running 3 Duress, 1 Atraxas Fall, 3 Terra Sunder because it's that good. We have another board wipe, 2 more board wipes actually we have to populate, and then we have our Farewell as well. Elvish Norn to turn off abilities, plus it doubles ours as well. And then we have Thrun in case you're going against a counter matchup, and then we have Sanctuary Warden to beat out any other mid-range decks. We can throw this in and kind of have like a top-end finisher. Chimel for any counter magic as well, and same with Tyrannix Rex for any counter games. So yeah, let's play some games to see how it goes. Be sure to check out Ronin TCG. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. Alright, here we are, game 1, best of 3, Abzan Midrange. We get to play first, so that's always good. Keep this. We have 2 removal, we have a board wipe, and we have draw card and creature. Golgari alone is just such a powerful archetype right now in Standard. I'm really glad to see it, because I prefer to play this over Rakdos. I'm just not that big of a fan of when we had that meta. Excuse me. So I'm glad that's kind of gone. We're going to pump this, which is fine, which means we don't really have much other play. Death Cap. I'm going to draw. There we go. Right now, I mean, we still have 17 life, so life is a resource. They're looking for a land. Okay. So let's kind of set things up. Actually, we don't need to put Recon down right now. I don't want to risk them blowing it up, to be honest. But let's throw this down, get a Creechy out, and then we keep up mana for a Goat for the Throat or an Edict. Sure. I thought there was going to be a Liliana coming down. Alright, and we can just get rid of that. So we're not going to Edict because I want to keep Edict just in case I do throw down a Liliana. Proving Ground, draw a card. Alright, we got Rafine, so now we're going to have Domain here. Let's go ahead and throw the threat out there. Now, I am willing to trade. Let's see if Homeboy is. Yep. Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Get more lands. Throw down the recon. Because next turn, we're pretty much set on lands to where we can start cycling these lands. I'm not too worried about domain at the moment. I'm gonna cycle the PG here first, but Rafine I'll hold on to just in case we do need the what's it called thing? You know, domain. Couldn't remember. Sure. So we'll throw out the tortoise. Didn't get a land, which is fine. But we're gonna put this out and throw out the Dreadnought. We're still doing really good because we're hitting our land drops in all honesty, and then we just kind of draw into gas at that point. The O'Hare in the graveyard does kind of suck, to be honest. So most decks run like 2 cut downs, maybe 3. So probably be the last that we see of cut down. Is that go for about to happen? Bitter Triumph. Discard this. Which one's this again? I can't remember. Oh. Alright, so throw down Rafine's Tower. Go ahead and just board wipe. Sure. I was going to hold off on playing that, but we have to play it to make sure that it doesn't go into exile. But I wanted to keep up something for Edict, because I feel like they were going to... Yeah. Just go get rid of that right now. I don't know where our Gitrogs are. I don't know where our Thalias are. I don't know where anything is. Yeah, draw. Ah, no hair. Good throw field room down. Threaten any mana fixing they got. Okay. We get to flip O'Hare again, so that's fine. Only if you control 10 or more permanents. So we already have 9 lands, plus we have the Undergrowth Recon, so... We do still have another board wipe as well. Let's just get rid of that. And we'll just go ahead and play. This will kind of force them to use their Undergrowth Burial. Or what's it called? Paragraph Rebirth, yeah. Yep. So we are going to get. I want my O'Hare back. Like the power of O'Hare is just like real. So let's cycle. Play turtle. There's all the lands. There we go. Let's put a PG there. And just put a bunch of threats on the board. They might get some sort of board wipe here, but I'm not tripping over it. Maybe the new board wipe and then they collect 6, exile something. You're trying. Okay. Not legendary, so that's cool. What's good right now, though, is they have no idea that we have Gitrog. So, and we have plenty of lands, and we got our recon up. Hit recon, do this. I'll take a shield this time. No! Oh my god. It misclicked and picked the Dread Knight. Oh. That kind of pisses me off. We're just gonna get rid of this. Give him land. Inactivate. Draw a card. Get rid of Alyssa here. And swing in. Rock Tortoise. Let's get the Seiju. Not sure about another night. And right here is where like we ran away with the game easily. It was pretty simple. I mean, yeah, I know it looks just like I'm playing Golgari, but trust me, the Gitrog part it really helps. Sure, we can get rid of mine. I can get rid of yours. Seems good. There's a Thalia. Sure. Yeah, we were just gonna swing in and get him anyway, so that's fine. Alright, I guess Arena still has the bug where you can't see the board state. That's cool. Kind of wondering if we just run it back. Like, I think that's what's really good about this deck is the main deck is so strong. You don't really need to sideboard as much. I mean, the only thing I could think of really would be like maybe Terra Sunders for some more exile. At least 2. We could take out the Treacherous Greed. Maybe we drop 1 Recon and then put in a 3rd Terra Sunder. Having more removal is always good. So I mean, the amazing thing about Terra Sunder is that you pay 4 and it's target non-land permanent. So I mean, why not? We'll put Decklage down first so we can get the Thalia out. Turn 2. Thalia doesn't hurt us as much because, as you can see, we like had tons of mana. And the good thing about our ramp in this deck isn't sorcery-based ramp. It's creature-based. So our creatures don't get taxed. So our Tortoise will ramp us. Gitrog will ramp us, being able to throw in another land. So that's the beauty about working around Thalia here. And by the time you need a removal, you probably have at least 3 lands. So, there's always that. And them using removal to get rid of Thalia is always a plus. So let's see if they have another one. We're going to throw down Alyssa here. You're not cutting down that, homeboy. Really want this Gitrog. We can top deck a Gitrog. Oh, that'd be so good. Because when you have Gitrog Monster, Thalia and Gitrog out, unless you have a regular Thalia out, not only are their non-basic lands coming in tapped and their creatures coming in tapped, their non-creature spells are taxed. Like it's just ridiculous. It's like the closest we have to stacks in Standard probably. And there's a couple more cards I could probably put in here that would make a more stacks style deck. But I think for what we're doing here right now will suffice. I want to keep them on the ropes, so we're gonna do this. Take a left, draw a card. I was gonna put Ziatoro down, but I want to be able to put the creature out and force them to have another board wipe, or not board wipe, but removal. Because if not, then we just block. Like Mosswood Dread Knight is one of the best 2-drop creatures in the format. They're hoping for a land. They got it. Now they played the Dread Knight. I want to build something Jund-wise to put in Dread Knight into either Pioneer or Modern. That'd be really fun. Do I care? Yeah, let's go ahead and block. Because we're going to put out Children. We do lose the Dread Knight. Oh no! Looks like we draw a card, get a Dread Knight. I just realized we didn't have a second black source, that's fine. We'll probably take the 3 if our Dread Knight can survive. Ooh, so we lose Children. It sucks. But we're gonna tear asunder this Cruelty of Gix, that's for sure. Alright, we'll trade now. Get rid of that. Lay that. I'm gonna hold up mana because I want to Children's Edict their Dread Knight if they play it. Excuse me. Now we're not playing Liliana in the main or the sideboard. I think right now there's just better removal in terms of 1 and 2 cost removal rather than Liliana at 3, which is crazy to even think or kind of put into that type of in those terms, but it's just the honest truth. I played in a meta where Thalia was, or not Thalia, but we're gonna play BO3 Games, where Lily was she was a threat to be reckoned with in standard and in modern. So sure, I'm gonna have him just sack that. We play Dread Knight as well. Oh, then we'll just board wipe. What we got? Do I really want to board wipe if we're gonna get a Creechy? Let's do this. See what they do. I mean, they get rid of the Dread Knight, obviously. But next turn we can put our Shieldred out and kind of offset the 2 damage. It'd be really great if we can, you know, stop getting lands. I swear Gitrog's in this deck. Promise you. I know he's in here. Seems good. Well, that's rude. How much removal have they had already? 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of removal. So we have to get our Shieldred. O'Hare is something. And then we pass. We can't Dread Knight. Can't risk the little life we have left. Okay. Wondering if they're all out of removal in their hand, which would be great. Sweet. Okay. Let's get a Glissa now. For Strike Death Touch. Kinda wanna draw a card. We're going to. Gonna risk it. Ah, Trostani, that's what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna do some damage. Like, literally. Okay. Well, we can only give one. I mean, if we throw down Beseiju, we give 2 Vigilance, or we can give 1 Death Touch. Let's just give Glissa Vigilance. Yeah, get him with Glissa. Oh, yeah. What is Double Strike 3? Yeah, I forgot she came in this turn. No attacks, that's fine. Next time, next attack, we're gonna do Double Strike on O'Hare. We're gonna fully load O'Hare. Because however much damage we do, that's how many cards we get to dig, and we could put a permanent and a land onto the battlefield. So, giving him Double Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch is just like almost guaranteeing 12 damage, and then digging through 12 cards. That's cool. I'm fine with that. Alright, so we're gonna go to 1. But we're gonna go ahead and we have to get ours back. Oh no, that's right, it goes before. Yep. Alright, so Vigilance. We'll just go with that. Go to combat. Swing. Homeboy has trample. Yeah, that's fine. Double strike. Let's give him Death Touch, because then the remainder can, yep, trample over. We get 2 triggers, let's go! Land, and not the shield group. So, Thalia and Red Knight? Because we don't need that. I think, we go Thalia, I'm gonna go Proving Ground. And play our land for turn. And, we pass. We're losing Dread Knights, which, I mean, it is what it is. At 3 life, you can't really just keep chucking away at your life total to draw a card. They have 2 cards in hand. They could revive a Creature, but what are they going to revive, really? There we go, yeah. I think I kind of saw the writing on the wall, like, that was game with Trostani out. Alright, we're back with game 2. I told you it's in here. I told you the card's in here. Yeah, we're keeping this. So we got Domain with Zeatora and Rafine. We also got a Witless Fortress, which I think this land is really good because it drains. So we can draw cards. Let's see. So next turn, we're gonna have to put down a Zeatora. Because we want to turn 4 Thalia. So we want to make sure we have that. Is this domain? This is either domain or Alara. Atroxa domain or Alara. What's this? Jetmir, so it's 3, 4, 5. So they have leyline binding. That sucks. We don't have a Terra Sunder in the main board. Let's go ahead and put the Dread Knight out first, see if we can bait the leyline. Okay, sweet. So, oh yeah, Jetmir has red in it. That's right. So yeah, they're at 4. Sure. Fine. So now we can put out. Let's put out this. Put homeboy out. Play another land. Oh, that's so good. They didn't have another ley line, so it was a good bait. You should have domain, homie. You gonna Alara or what? Let's go. Throw down 2 lands. We are going to sack a PG. Throw down a Glissa. Treacherous Breed. I don't want to sack my Thalia right now, so we're just going to pass. I think we might need... This might not be good in this deck, because we don't want to be sacking our creatures necessarily. Once we have a Virtue Persistence out on the field... Oh, so this is Alara. I'm pretty sure this is Alara. We're just going to put ours out. Let's get rid of Foundry. Sure. Ah, so you're just copying all of those. Check Raj, I got you. Okay. So it's a good thing they're all 7/6 because we're just gonna go ahead and drag to the bottom. And all of this is gonna go to the graveyard. This is gonna be so satisfying. Let's see. Sure. Whatever. Alright, check this. We'll just sack this creature. Get the Edict. Bingo bango. Oh, my Lanta, it's so good. It's so good. Okay. Do we want to play the Dread Knight? Draw a card? Yeah, let's do that. Because, yeah, I think he used up all his stuff, right? They don't have haste, which is fine. What do these do on the back end? It's a copy of enchanted creature, shows the spirit in addition to... Okay, sure. They don't really have anything else to discover into, it seems, so... They do have haste? What gives them haste? Oh, because you control have haste. Alright, well. Now that we know what we're rocking against, those are exiled, so. We're gonna get our Gitrog back. Let's do land, O'Hare, and a Dreadnought. We're definitely gonna have to swing out. Probably hold back the Thalia and Gitrog, but swing out with Dreadnought, have Dreadnought hit, and then we will Treacherous Greed so we can Helix and gain some life. What the hell does this card do? End step, exile any number of non-token artifacts or creatures you control. Turn those to the battlefield. I didn't even see where the O'Hare came from. No, we all out swing. Because they're at 13. And it's 13 exactly. And this is why we have Elish Norn in the sideboard. These ETB type decks. So I skip combat, obviously, but okay. Let's get Gitrog. Apparently that's its Bane. That deck's Bane. Gonna activate this. Swing in, gain some life. Keep it on top. Not really tripping. We can put it on the bottom. Sure. Let's see. Because we need to survive, so we're just going to do that to ours. Gain some life. And land the turn. Sure. So I think their deck is heavily based on comboing off like they did, having the Nahiri's Resolve to give everything haste, and then board wiping. Things like that. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this. Alright, so we're going to take their Trumpeting Carnosaur. Sweet. Unfortunately, ours does not have haste, but we're still going to swing in with Homeboy here. Create a food token. Let's get rid of this one. And then we'll go ahead and sack the land. Drain for 3, gain 3, draw 3. Pro plays. Let's go. Pass a turn. They have 2 persistence, but with Gitrog on the field, I mean, they come in tap, so not too big of a deal. Don't you have to go for a throw? sure. Now we're kind of back from the depths of death here, so... You miss, sucker. That's from the Lost Boys, in case anybody doesn't know. We're just gonna go for the throat and get robbed. They have 2 cards in hand. We're going to trigger our persistence and the recon. I think this is pretty much game. Our Carnosaur has Trampile. Excuse me. We can still run the O'Hare after that too. So we've survived 2 persistence, a Wombo combo, a entire board wipe, and his creatures having haste and pumped, like, and we haven't even sideboard yet. Yep. Let's see what's in here. We'll go ahead and get Glissa, and let's get Restless Cottage. Yeah, I think with Gitrog and Recon, that's the way to go. That's what this deck was missing, was Recon. Okay, so we know they're a graveyard for sure. So we're gonna throw in the Farewell, which kind of hurts us as well for persistence, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Enchantment. Yep. Yep. Are we just gonna have like a discover off? Yeah. Elish. That's right. I'm trying to think what I don't want them to get out of my deck. That's kind of where my train of thought is. Early game Thalia is really good. I'm trying to think, do we need Sanctuary Warden? Again, I don't want them to have it, so I feel like we don't. We could probably take out the Treacherous Greed. It helped us, honestly, but it sat in our hand forever. So we might end up switching that card out for something else. And then somebody can tell me, like, the better way to use this card in this deck. That'd be great. I think they're running board wipes, so we take out 1 drag to the bottom, 1 recon. Oh, we need to take out 3 more. 1 O'Hare. Let's see. Do I just drop down to 2 Thalia? No. Actually, I think so. Ah, Bob Saget. I can't see their deck. I'm trying to remember what non-creature spells they had. So they're doing Carnosaur. So I think, yeah, we just take out the Thalias. Let's put back the drag to the bottom. Actually, do depopulate. Okay. These are best of 3 games, so I appreciate y'all sticking by. I know a lot of people do best of 1, but that I don't consider that real Magic. You go to an RC or a tournament, things like that, showdowns, game day, all that stuff. That's 2 of 3, so that's why I play 2 of 3. Okay. We'll keep this. We got the Elish, which is really good. We have a board wipe. We have no white though, so that's always a plus, right? That sucks. We do get the Terror Sunder, so that's really good though. Let's just run out the Shield Grid, get those spot removals out the way. Yeah. And now, at any point, we could essentially fire off a Terror Sunder and get our Shield Grid back. We have to wait until they get the that right there. That's it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. They have 3 cards in hand, so white source would be great. Put O'Hare out. Excuse me. You let me dig 6 or what? Yes, you are. And a fountain. Alright, well, we're ramping like champs. We just don't have any white. I have to check my white source in this deck, because that's a bit odd. I did have enough. I should have just double blocked with a creature land. I mean, all he gets is a land anyway, so. Yeah, sure. Alright, so let's draw a card first. Atlanta. Because if we get one planes, we can throw out Trostani. Alright. Let's swing in. They block, that's cool. If they don't, we dig 6. Yep. At least we get to see 1. Double block. This is real unfortunate not seeing one white source. We got 10 lands on the field. And I still haven't seen a Field of Ruin either, just to kind of flush it out. They have 1 card in hand. Is it removal? Yep, double block all day. Oh, they whiffed. Alright, so we have to... There's a white source. We're gonna put out Persistence though. We lost a Dread Knight again, that's fine. Oh, they're hard digging. I don't know if they left or what. Alright. Trumpeting Connoisseur, we get a Garissa off that hand to draw. And we get our Gitrog. Let's go. Okay. Go ahead and transform this. Put all the threats on the board. Sure. So I don't think we should die from it. Okay. So I guess we can try doing that. Go. Alright. So we still only have one white source. But luckily, some other things only cost a green. Can't give vigilance. We can give double strike, death touch. So. I think swing in. Let's see what they block with. Because 3 of our creatures have Trampile. Okay, how much manas do we have? We have 4 green. Gains death touch. End of turn. Get the homeboy here. Oh, we don't have the white, do we? Ah, that's right. No double strike. Oh. Touch, and then we get Rog back. Oh, I forgot we had one already. I should have got the Shelly. Pro plays. Oh, my Lanta. I didn't even think about it. Should got Shelly. The Death Touch Trample tramples all the damage over, so you just have to assign 1 damage to the creature. So that's why they ended up dying. That's why Death Touch Trample is just so good. Virtue Strength, nice. All right, and that is Abzan Midrange. We went 2-0 in that, and I believe this deck currently is like 3-1 or 3-0, something like that. But it's best of 3. I would say that if you wanted to make any changes, Treacherous Greed might be where you can make that change, unless you figure out a way to get tokens out that you don't feel bad sacrificing. I mean, once we have a Persistence and we grab their creatures, then we can sack their creatures for Treacherous Greed, and that's not a big deal. Or if we have a Mosswood Dread Knight, then we can sack for Treacherous Greed. So it still has its uses, but I just having 1 card in your hand just sit there until like turn 6. I don't know. So that's kind of my train of thought. And then with the way that the meta is right now, very aggro mid-range, there's going to be plenty of creatures in the first like 1 to 4 turns. So even if you do get a Dread Knight out on turn 2, and then turn 3 you swing, they'll probably block, which will kill your Dread Knight because it's only 2 toughness, and then you don't have on turn 3 the Treacherous Greed to use. So that's my concern. I'm still testing this card out in particular. It is extremely powerful, but we just don't have the token generation for it. The other thing I thought was Skrelv's Hive. It's a 2-drop enchantment that puts a 1/1 poison creature on the battlefield, a mite, you know? And so that would constantly give us tokens, not blockers, but it would give us tokens and poison threat, you know, things like that. So maybe if we take out the 3 Thalias and put in Skrelv's Hives, that would feed into Treacherous Greed a lot better, because then you're having multiples of them. Who wants to block 1 poison damage at the beginning of the game? So that's kind of the other route that I was thinking. Undergrowth Recon did exactly what it needed when it was out and everything, so I think this is really good for the Thalia Gitrog Monster archetype. So, and then Trostani MVP, like 100%. Yeah, I gotta pick these up. It's just so good. Alright, y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Remember to check out my card game, Ronin TCG. I'd really appreciate it. Next deck we're gonna go over my Azorius Control, so be sure to check that out. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.